So I want to make this video about how this YouTube channel has been going for the past year. And it's a little bit late, but I wanted it to be sort of a 2025 retrospective. So if you didn't know, I actually uploaded my first video on the 1st of January, 2025. And I had been thinking for a little bit about how I could start to share some of the things that I've been learning over time. And I had a desire to share the gospel with people more in better ways than I was currently doing. And sharing thoughts on YouTube. I never really thought that it would be something that I would do, but after getting over my own initial hesitancy to want to talk, because I am pretty reserved as a person, honestly, and it took a lot for me to get out of my comfort zone on this and to start being comfortable sharing things that are controversial or are deeply meaningful and being open to receive feedback from people, by and large, most of which has been supportive and positive. And I would trade all of the negative comments and interactions that I've had just for one of the good ones. I hope that makes sense. It's been nothing but a blessing to be able to do this channel, but I really wanted to make this video to show just sort of the analytics of what the channel did and to prove that it is possible to be just a normal person and with effort and desire to do what you want, that you can make an outsized impact on people. And so let me see if I can share my screen over here. So here's the analytics tab from my YouTube channel. This is from 2025. I have it set right now. So you can see that in 2025, this channel got just shy of 80,000 views, 79,565 views. And I think if you were going to compare this to like a traditional type missionary service, so I served a mission when I was a young man, and a large majority of that mission was spent knocking on doors or talking to people on the street. And I served in upstate New York, and so it was actually a lot of farm country. It was driving from door to door more often than not and walking down really, really long driveways. But that's neither here nor there, except to say that it was not uncommon for us to talk to less than 100 people in a week, because that was all of the people that existed in the areas that we were at sometimes. And in fact, many of the cities that I served in had taglines like "more cows than people." And boy, did they know us, the people, after it had only been there for a short time. So that being said, if you look at each one of these views as maybe an incidental contact that you might have as a missionary, or just a chance to talk to someone at their door, the vast majority of which obviously always ended in a quick "I'm not interested." This was 80,000 of those in 1 year. And there isn't really anything else that I'm aware of that allows you to get this much reach as someone who's completely unknown, right? There was nothing stupendous about my channel. There's nothing, I didn't spend any money advertising it. It's not monetized. It doesn't do anything like that. I just put videos together about the things that I was learning and things that I sincerely believed and still believe, and I put them on the channel. And the view counts, at least for the first video, was much higher. Like, it got something like 200 something views, which, I mean, it sounds like such a small amount, and it is. But I was expecting to get like one view, and maybe it would be my mom, and maybe that was it. And, I'm actually not even sure if she watched it. So, but to get that kind of response back, I think was surprising. And that very first video was just a short video on how to improve, and it was for New Year's, because everybody gets stuck in these New Year's resolutions. And so since then, we've put out quite a bit of content, and I say we, and I mean me, because it's just me. But there is, I don't know if it shows you here. I can show you on the content page over here. We've done over 40 long form videos, anywhere between 10 minutes and an hour, some of them, on a wide variety of topics. There hasn't been a succinct plan. It's just the things that are on my heart and on my mind, and that I think will be beneficial and helpful to people. And I've looked at many different things in terms of uh, like long form analogies that can help to teach gospel topics. The first series that I did was all about weightlifting, which I spent a significant amount of time doing. I've also talked about music and orchestra playing, or stringed instruments. I've talked about cooking. I've talked about various other things that help me to be taught some of these deeper truths by God. And I can't imagine that there is not. Well, let me say this a different way. There is not anybody out there who does not have some sort of similar experience that's unique to you that you can use to teach and talk to people and help people. And there are people. There are people who are uniquely, or who you are needed to uniquely help in some way. And so it couldn't be easier right now, while things like YouTube still exist, in order to reach more people than you otherwise could. So we made something like 42 videos, and those are the ones that are published. And then YouTube Shorts. This is by far the easiest thing. All you need is a phone. I've made 124 YouTube Shorts, so it was something like 100. I've made about 120 altogether. So it was just over 150 videos for the year. You include the shorts and the videos, and this was in addition to just being, a dad and having a job, and really the time commitment isn't crazy, considering how much more I feel like there is room to grow and to do. And so I don't say this in any way as a self-aggrandizing type of thing. It's just I want people to understand that you don't have to be anybody or know anything special. You do have to do what you believe and actually live according to what you know, if you want to be able to share the things that you believe with power. And it's the price of sincerity to do so. And I can say that I firmly live the things that I talk about here, and that I believe them. And so I would just encourage everybody that listens to this to do your best to share more of what you truly believe and what you sincerely live. Because again, there are people who are waiting uniquely for you to talk to them. And as you put forth the effort to do that, those people will be revealed. I've made several wonderful and good friends in this endeavor, better people than I've ever met before in my life. And I would not have met them had I not done something like this. Not that that was the reason that I was doing it, but it's just a blessing from doing it as well. So it's kind of an uncomfortable video to make. Normally I like to teach from a slideshow or something. I'm going to try to do more face-to-face type videos, or at least be on camera more, because I think it's important to be able to have your face there when people look at you. But again, always feel free to reach out and make a comment or anything like that. And if anything I make is helpful, please share it around and see if it'll help somebody else. So looking forward to 2026 and a bunch more videos. Take care.